Well, here's my question to everyone. Are you living the life you want? What is the life I want to live? And how would I do that for myself?
My favorite animal in Mongolia is the Palace cat. The habitat is in a grassland.
A lot of endangered and rare species are now moving to Mongolia, finding refuge in this place because their habitat is shrinking.
We are trying to help local herders to manage their rangeland more sustainably.
Mongolia has last remaining most intact desert ecosystem in the world. Within 10 years, we completed mapping entire country, developing conservation blueprint.
When I met Christine a few years ago, she told me about those expeditions to fundraise for organizations like Nature Conservancy. And when she told me about Mongolia, I said it was the perfect place to go.
This trip is about raising awareness and funds for indigenous Mongolian herders who are protecting the biodiversity of this beautiful country. We set up a challenge, which is an all-female team, trying to step out of our ordinary life. All nationalities, ages, and backgrounds, crossing about 100 kilometers in the Gobi Desert on the back of Bactrian camels.
So we are trekking 100 kilometers through the desert. Some people are on camels, some people are on foot.
I know this expedition is a once-in-a-life moment. In the Gobi Desert, it's a harsh winter. This is unforgettable in your life.
It took us a while to get to the Gobi Desert. It took a 10-hour drive down south.
We came to the southern Gobi province, where in the evening we got to meet two incredible women from the local communities, and they were telling us about the certain issues that the herding communities face here.
You know, especially like right now, as we discussed about the drought and the storms, you know, this is a pivotal time when they're, you know, at risk of losing their livelihood.
We had the opportunity to visit local herding families on our way to the camp.
Discovering the culture and the people. Keeping the cultural identity of Mongolia is very important to the Nature Conservancy, and part of the fund that we raised is meant for that.
This is fermented camel milk you guys are trying from the silver bowl. Nice. Common courtesy for Mongolians to be a host to visitors. People rarely lock their doors. Yeah. They leave their doors open, even if they're not home. They can come in and use whatever they need and leave.
That's how it should be in the world.
So she's cooking some traditional bowls here right now for us to taste.
And they told us about their way of living.
Насны тэтгэвэрт гараад мал тэгээд өшөө ямар мал жбайгаагаа сайхан тодорхой яриад өгчихгүй. Тэг гэж танилцуулсан. Хонь ямаа малалж угаад.
Kindness is the word that could describe them the most.
So we're staying in gurs. So gurs are nomadic people's houses where they have their beds, the kitchen and their living area. Normally there's a wood stove in there to keep everything warm.
Hour and a half from now at 3:30, we'll gather at the camels. What are the proper ways to interact with the camel? What is the proper way to ride the camel, right? When you're doing the camel riding, I just say, you know, put your Warm clothes on.
This jacket for sure, and then I have like a ski trousers.
We're getting ready to ride the first time camel. Background camel. Very excited.
Got my plastic trousers with a layer underneath, my boots. I'm definitely going to put on this balaclava. A fleece, a puffer, a beanie, maybe a cap as well, gloves.
How many of you have ridden before? Horses or camels?
Horses.
So we'll always be there to get you on and to get you off. His name is Inke, he's the leader of the group. So he is one of the wranglers and he has 3 assistants with him.
За намайг Инквир гэдэг Баянлаас мань Наранбагийн тэмээчин. За би болохоор одоо бас тухайн орон нутагтаа нэг жаахан тийм нотгүй ихэд эсэргүүн талын хүн л дээ. Одоо уул уурхай гэдэг юм уу тэр юм эсэргүүцдэг. Энэ чинь зөндөө боломж байна шүү дээ мөнгө их гээд. Энэ талаас нэгээ яваад байдаг хүн. Тийм учраас жуулчд ирэхэд бол би аль нэр нь маш дуртай хүлээж авдаг. Аль болох орон нутгийн сайн сайхан талаас нь үзүүлж харуулаад нэгээ явчих хичээдэг. Харин
So getting on the camel is like a little bit scary for me. Once you do it, you're like on. It's just, maintaining the balance, that's it.
I'm offering these 2 things to the nature, to the ground, mountain. We believe that they have spirits. They have like a protectors.
Today was our test day for camels. We had almost a 2-hour camel ride, which was amazing.
In the Gobi Desert, you feel very small compared to the gigantic landscape and scenery around you.
I had this moment when we were actually riding with the camels up the hill, and suddenly I saw the view for the first time. And then I started crying because I was so happy.
And then we stopped and walked back. And I would say it was a bit eventful because we expected to walk back on flat land, but we did a lot of up and down, climbing over mountains.
I think whilst doing it was harder than we all thought, but then it was actually quite a really good view. I would do it again if I knew what to expect.
I was laughing because our ranger, he was like running up in his jeans, bomber jacket, no gloves at all. He was running. It also made you think about what you are made of and what you actually can do.
We're excited about today. We're going to do about like 30 kilometers today, that's the plan. So we're going to start off, Joanna and me, with the camel. And there are a few of us who are going to walk, so let's see how it goes.
Today I think I'm going to walk the whole time to keep myself warm. I'll leave the camel ride to all the camel experts.
It's just such a lovely terrain for walking,
yes,
and keep a bit warmer.
If you are a Star Wars fan,
yeah,
I think one of these planets where one of the Jedi was born,
Tatooine.
It's like this. Tatooine, exactly.
Tatooine.
That's exactly like
basically,
that.
Yeah,
just
there we
rocks
go.
and sand. That's it.
But then we have like this picnic in the middle. Awesome, yeah.
I was really afraid coming here. I was really afraid. I was afraid of the unknown. I was afraid of things that I couldn't control. It was completely out of my comfort zone. But I think that what I've learned is that, you can never plan for everything. And the best thing to do is to go with an open mindset and expect the unexpected and to just roll with it.
I didn't pack my proper shoes. I packed the wrong shoes. They fell apart yesterday, and so one of the drivers got like the plumbing waterproof tape, which is totally fine. This will get through 25 k's, no problem.
But things change. They don't always go the way they're supposed to be going. It's okay. We manage, adapt, laugh a lot. I think I've laughed so much on this trip.
Dance.
But what I really liked was at night when we all had dinner together. There was a really strong community spirit.
These two ladies have been cooking the whole this trip. So now all these cupcakes and this warm wine is the gift for you guys.
This is Chef Jacqui. This is bat jacqui. Tani бүтэн нэр үү? Jacqui. So jacqui, bat jacqui. Jacqui means flower in Mongolian.
Монголын хамгийн одоо таны Монголоос хамгийн дуртай зүйл юу вэ?
Ер нь энэ малчин өв соёл. Би үл өөрөө нэг малчин удамтай. Тийм болохоор одоо нас ахих тусам энэ өдөөл тэмүүлдэг. Тийм болохоор би үр хүүхдээ одоо байнга дагуулж одоо явж тэрийг л үлдээхийг хүсдэг. Яг нь ер нь зориод очиход хаач явж яхад хинч ийм нэг гоё халуун дулаан сэтгэлээр ханддаг юм аа л гэдэг л сайхан шүү. Тэгээд энэ их уудам тал нутаг бүх юм ингээ өдөр болгон үзэж байгаа юм чинь давтагдчихгүй. Тийм сайхан.
So my name is Tingituya. I'm from Mongolia. As a young girl, I wanted to go out, live abroad. But then this trip, I really touched base with my roots and really felt really appreciative of our nomadic culture. Maybe some people in the city will think that it is kind of old-fashioned and whatnot, but I'm really appreciative of it now more than ever.
Having so much time for yourself and disconnecting from your day-to-day life, it brings so much silence to listen more to existential questions, like real questions of why I'm here, what I'm going, does it make sense?
I'm so curious, and the world is so big, and we have very, very short time here on Earth. So I like to think that we should, if it's possible, explore it.
Something different from our normal way of life, getting out of our comfort zone and trying something new.
From city life, you always feel like you're so important, you have to do this, do that, do this, do that. But when you're in nature, I always feel a certain connection with nature, and I love that being out here, it just makes me feel so insignificant in a way, like you're just a tiny dot.
So we're having a wrestling competition between the 3 different teams we have here. So this is Mongolian traditional wrestling. Driver's team, so it's the guy in the purple veil. The Wrangler's team, which is the guy in blue hat. And we want the champion now.
So we are now here at the dark path, or the dark tunnel, which is what the locals call it. And you got all these little winding paths. It's like the Grand Canyon, but just a little smaller.
We're lucky to be here because the wranglers who've been looking after us are the only ones that know this place exists.
The Gobi is very famous in having a lot of fossils from the time when it was an ocean floor. So it's very rich in terms of the paleontology. This is almost sand-like sandstone, and they're continuously breaking down, they're continuously creating new sediments which form the sand dunes that we see all around. The importance of cultivating trees in Mongolia to stop desertification because the amount of damage the sandstorms which are created here cause all around the world are huge.
People don't realise the impact of such a huge ecosystem like the Gobi can actually influence a lot of other countries and their natural ecosystems as well. With climate change, the extreme freeze and then extreme drought, it's impacting not just this area, given the expanse of the geography, it's influencing the world essentially.
We've just climbed out of the gorges or the gullies, so you can get a nice view of the whole area.
And there's nobody, it's so quiet. It's, magnificent.
Today is our last day of expedition, trekking and camelling.
Today is 8th of March, which is the International Women's Rights Day. It's one of the biggest holidays in Mongolia.
And it's the last day, we're all quite sad. We feel eventually more connected to our local amazing guides.
Oh, this is amazing. I don't think I would have imagined it. I don't think I'll ever be able to have this opportunity ever again. This ocean coming through.
It's amazing. The feeling of freedom when you're on these big animals like that, and then you're by yourself. So it's amazing, and we are in the middle of nowhere. It's amazing. Great sensation.
Surreal, totally surreal.
The only thing for the camel to go faster, you need to like that.
But I think I don't know how to get it to actually. No, it's not listening.
But it doesn't work. I can show you if you want. Do you want me to show you? Okay. It works! And the horse, look at them!
Hey ladies, we did the last stretch. Let's congratulate each other. We've finally done it all. And on the International Women's Day, yes, we did it.
It was breathtaking. The views are breathtaking. You know, I would never imagine I would do such an adventure.
Going with a group together, this bond of sisterhood is very powerful.
We have this team spirit on, everyone has everyone's back.
A lot of mums feel guilty or they feel worried about leaving their kids. Doing things like this is all about your own growth and development. It's about being the best person you can be. You're able to take care of your kids way more than what you would have if you weren't feeling good about yourself, or you weren't feeling healthy, or you weren't feeling balanced.
This has just been so transformational. It's changed my entire experience of how you can go somewhere, really enjoy the company. I think part of the fun and the entire experience was sharing it with people. And we'll always have that. I think those memories will always stay with us.
So today we get to experience the Camel Festival.
This event is organized every year at this local community, and he's thanking you all for coming to participate and be a part of this wonderful local event.
A lot of people coming from different villages to spend the Saturday here, and just admiring the clothing of the people.
Today there is going to be a ceremony of couples that are there, and they'll be dressed in the Mongolian dress, like a bit of a fashion show.
This man, he is a local nomad. He has herded camels all his life, and he is here today to enter into the beauty competition with his wife. So the camels that are racing now are called torum, which are the young camels. And we'll get to see them gallop back. So look out your windows to see the race, okay, ladies?
And we had these four-wheel drive cars that went racing beside them. It's amazing. You can't believe how fast they can go.
We just witnessed an amazing camel race. We're now waiting for the last competition of the day, which is going to be the beauty contest.
Apparently, Jack, one of our wranglers, is taking part, and since he's not married, one of our teammates, Khadija, is going to be his partner for the beauty competition. And there it is, she's getting ready. Yeah, she looks amazing.
Now, who would have thought I would be in the middle of Gobi in a camel festival with a local Mongolian 23-year-old. I can't wait for my kids to see my pictures and be like, what were you doing?
I hope that, the expedition and the money that we raise can really support the Nature Conservancy.
So I appreciate your team coming to Mongolia and visiting Mongolia. Thank you very much for your support. Your experience will encourage also many other women to visit Mongolia.
A lot of us take a lot of things for granted. I think just challenge yourself, put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable. I think that's the best way to grow.